What's going on there, Workforce? Chris here with Work To Game, and I am actually interested in seeing if I can actually put out a video while a video encodes. So right now we're going to see if my frame rate will hold up. This is the ultimate test, so I just want to let you know that if you're worried about stream quality and things like that, this is probably going to be the one to see if I drop any frames. So we can put my frame rate of what I'm getting on my computer, and then we can see where the encoding software falls, because my plan today is I have a Final Fantasy video encoding right now, and I'm going to play WoW because typically for some reason WoW seems to be, well, it's not actually shocking. WoW is harder on my frame rate because WoW actually runs natively on my Mac as opposed to Final Fantasy runs on my PlayStation. So the PlayStation is doing the heavy lifting, and then I just have a capture card piece of software that runs here. So let's go ahead and run through my daily money-making tasks. That's something where frame rate doesn't matter to me if it plummets. If I don't have this, I know that when this is cranking through stuff, it kills it, but that's okay. It's just mail. So far, it hasn't dropped a single frame. So the goal here would be to see if I could actually... Zero mail. Well, that's unfortunate. Now I need to buy some stuff from the auction house. First, let's relist this. Post scan, absolutely. And we're going to run through the daily tasks. So the first thing I do is my bank, and then I work my way down through my characters, and then we go back around to my bank. Now I did do, I think, some of my main yesterday evening while I was waiting for game night to start. So I've got like a random amount of things done since it resets at 10. So that should be fairly quick. And I'll kind of talk through what I'm doing just in case any of you, especially you Final Fantasy guys, just have questions. Cool. So right now I'm on what's called a bank character because we don't have retainers. So I'm just going to kind of do today translating, pretty typical here. And so I just keep this guy in a main city, basically near where there's an auction house and all that. There are main cities where the auction house, the mailbox, and the bank are closer together, but I like this city because there's no population here. There's never anybody standing in the way on a big mount or it's hard to click things. Just makes it easy. So we made 3,400. I'm trying to get back up to like 250, but I spent a lot of money last week just buying some things. So that's kind of my concern there. So now we jump down in order. So we'll jump to my main first. And the goal is first I take care of my Draenor dailies. But I'm not actually going out in the world and doing any world dailies. Just my Draenor like garrison tasks. Then I do my Legion garrison tasks. Then I stop by Nomi. And then I do my professions, mail it off to my bank, next character. What's going on, Ken? How are you doing? And then we'll push through all 4 of my 110s today. Some are quicker than others because those professions just aren't profitable right now. Either because they're not historically profitable professions or because at the end of an expansion there's no use for them. But it is still something I want to check because if there is a profitable item, I would love to have it. Well... It looks like it may have... Oh, nope. I was like, it may have stalled out. It says my encoder's getting 50 frames. So the encoder seems good. Looks like the game's still running around 40, which is pretty typical with the encoder running. So I would say it's pretty good. The fact that a video is exporting doesn't seem to be affecting it too badly. Alright. Let's go ahead and see if we can learn any of these. Perfect. Now, let's go back to my garrison first. I am very good, Ken. Very good. I have my last video that I shot the day that on Tuesday coming out this morning. So I'm finally caught up. My last, well, it's not actually technically the last video I shot Tuesday, but it's the last video related to Pagos that I shot on Tuesday. I've been shooting a lot of videos per day because I know that when BFA comes out, I'm not going to have any Final Fantasy content. And so I've been kind of pre-shooting a lot of things so that we can kind of keep a steady level of content here on the channel for you guys. So that Final Fantasy is not forgotten. So first we'll do the mission reward. Basically what this is my retainer slash kind of squadron. So I send these guys out and they bring me back stuff. And... go. I am rendering a video right now. We can check on it. Right there. So I've got 14 minutes left on the video. And it's about Pagos NMs. Alright, haven't dropped a single frame though, so I'm very happy with that. Let's open up our salvage boxes, and I'm playing WoW. Would I recommend WoW? Yeah, I think there's a reason it's the biggest MMO. It does a lot well. Oh, cool, got an achievement. I'm gonna blow up my PC. It says I'm only using 20% of my CPU right now. My CPU is not the limiting factor of this computer, and I've got 64 gig of RAM. I've got a beast of a machine. My one limiting factor is that I only have a 2 gig AMD graphics card. So if I could get a more powerful graphics card, that would really be the one difference. And from a gaming standpoint, that it's a Mac. But like Blizzard games run great on Mac. They're perfectly native on Mac. But like the Mac client of Final Fantasy just sucks. And it didn't used to. It used to be great. It's just something that it's really declined to. All right, 6:30. That's not a good use of that.
It's not ready yet.
That is a good use of that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alright, so now we can send them back out on missions. This is literally just like sending out your squadron. Except that I have a whole lot more of them. Let's do the 100%er first. Then the 74%. That's a lot of experience. Okay, now we look for garrison resources first and experience last. It really is pretty quick. Alright. And everybody's off. Get out of here. Okay. I can come see if I have anybody that can upgrade. That's done. Sweet. Trade post done. What's going on, Bradman? Let's go upgrade our I believe, trading post is what I swapped out. I used to have something different there. I don't remember what. Lumber mill. I decided that I'm probably not going to do my lumber mill stuff anytime soon, so I'd rather do trading post so I can turn my garrison resources in, my basically your Grand Company stuff for trading stuff, things I can sell on the market.
Love seeing your streams in the morning when I get off of work.
Whoa, Ken! Thank you for the $20. I was like, what is talking to me? Brenda with the announcement there. Brenda? Is that the name? That, Barbara? Barbara. It's the name that Brian gives the voice. Thank you so much, man. We really do appreciate the support. Alright, let's see if there's anything on sale. So when you get this to rank, I guess, 3, you can actually get it to, like... My understanding is that you'll have, like, a fluctuation in prices after that. Hire this follower, hire this follower. Oh. I can just pay that and have a follower? Oh, but I have to have revered with all these people. Who are the Laughing Skulls? I don't know who the Laughing Skulls are or how to rank up with them. Laughing Skull Quartermaster. Well, I want those. Interesting. I'll go ahead and... Wow, that's expensive. Let's start one work order and see if that's what gives me Laughing Skulls. Whoa, Mike! Thank you for the $5. That's super chat. You're gonna be way up there. Ken started a train. Thank you, man. Alright. We really do appreciate it. If we didn't make that clear in our video yesterday, it's been an incredible 2 years with you guys. And when we first started, we were maybe publishing, I don't know, each once a month. And then there was a while there where Brian posted a ton. We would agree to a posting schedule, and then Brian would double it. I would fall behind, and Brian would double it. And then now it's been my turn lately, where Brian's just been too busy. Okay, so this mine hasn't respawned. I couldn't remember when I did the mine yesterday. If I did it after 10, it won't be back till today at 10. Which means that I probably did the herbalism area. Yes, I did the herbalism area. Okay, so that is it for this expansion. The next place I go is Dreamwalk. Oh. Let me actually see if I did my TSM task list. Okay. Perfect. Got all that. Oh, kid, $4.99. Keeping that train going with more super chat. You guys are awesome. All right. So I don't know why it picked up the one. Did it make the all right for the other mic? All right. All right. So now we're going to the Legion, the current expansion until next Tuesday, version of the same thing. So it's less intensive, it has less followers and stuff like that, but it's basically their version of the Squadron system. It doesn't give as good a rewards, it doesn't give as many, it's just tamer, but it can be maintained through an app, which I assume goes offline next week. Because they'll probably replace it with an app for BFA. Whoa, 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 oh, Blingtron, Blingtron. Quick, quick, quick. Complete. I don't know how much time he has left. 10 minutes, so I had plenty of time. You just want to click quick, because I've had it disappear on me before. Alright, nothing valuable. That's a daily engineering item, but when you put it up, everybody can accept the quest. The quest is daily account-wide, so you can't just go do it on all your characters. And there's a Blingtron like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. 6,000 is the Legion one. So there'll probably be a 7,000 for BFA. And there's a mount in that loot table. I just got a bunch of vendor trash. Most of the time you just get vendor trash. But it is always worth a shot. 7. Oh gosh. There are no good missions today. Gross. Alright, we'll sit tight on our resources because I don't plan on farming those anymore. I mean, sometimes on here there's pet badges and stuff. And the pet badges are now, they separated the pet badges into 2 tiers. Basically current content, which is BFA, and so the new tier isn't available yet. And then previous content, which still lets you go buy things from all the different vendors that sell pets. So I've been looking for pet battles, and I've been looking for like a 150% chance to get order hall resources, because now, like garrison resources, there are missions on the board that can be profitable in order resources. And then other than that, I don't want the waking essence, I don't want the armor, I don't want all this junk. So I'd rather just hold on to my 11,000 resources. Okay, so now we go to make money. Oh no, now we go to Dalaran, and we know me, and then we go to make money. And so the way I've been making money is I've been using TSM, and I've been running a crafting script that says, look at the current auction house market on my server, which is done through a TSM add-on right here, which is always running in the background. And so it is updated as of 5 a.m. this morning. And it looks at the cost of the market, and that's 5 a.m. is when it got its last full scan of the entire auction house. And it updates individual items as I think since I have the add-on running, I think I contribute. And basically I tell it to give me a list, a shopping list of every enchant I should make to sell on the market board that is more profitable than 10% on top of the crafting materials plus 100 gold. What's going on, Corey? So 10% on top of the crafting materials plus 100 gold is what I want to make per enchant. And it just checks and sees, okay, well, which enchants fall under that, which is actually a fair bit. And then and then it tells me I want at least one of those on the market. So it looks and sees, does my bank character already have that enchant? If not, add it to the list. If it does, ignore it this time. And so it just kind of restocks whatever sold or whatever may have gone up in value since the last time I ran the list. Nomi snacks. Oh my gosh, more Nomi snacks. First, let's go ahead and send him out on Cursed Queenfish. Seems good today.
Jade Serpent.
More Nomi snacks. This is incredible. What a day. Look at all those rolls.
Looking to buy? Next one is on me.
And then I'm at 8 recipe fragments and 8 prepared ingredients, so I'm not there yet. My main doesn't have anywhere close to the, that should be like 50 gold, right? I can only dig through it at a, nah. Okay. So since I don't have all the Nomi stuff, I've been doing it that way. And then I'm farming Nomi on all my other characters now for the purpose of Nomi snacks. So I just feed them with eggs. Just crafting a full Dragoon set for a free company meet. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, when you buy an expansion, you get a level boost. Potion for free, because we're now talking about going to 120 next Tuesday. So they give you a free 110 boost. They also give you a month subscription, which is newer. They haven't always done that in the past. Okay. So let's go to crafting. We're going to clear my queue, because I set up a queue yesterday, but the market's probably changed since then. Because I didn't get it done. We're going to restock. And this is everything it thinks is profitable. My gosh. And then we can go to gathering, and we can say, put all the items I need on my grocery list, and it'll tell me where I need to go. So let's go to Orgrimmar. Your Dragoon is at 61. You're on the home stretch. 61 to 70 is just about showing up and doing on like your leveling roulette a few times. I only have 158 gold on this character, so we're gonna have to transfer money, which is fine. It says I need to go to Quantania anyway, so it tells me if like one of my other characters has the supplies I need. So I need light parchment. And I always stop by, anytime I'm in Orgrimmar for buying supplies, I come here and I buy the daily reset items. Because those things from the vendor sell for like silver, because they're still vanilla prices. And on the auction house, they're worth a lot more than that. So I just stock up on them. Light parchment. Who's light parchment? Is that inscription? Buy me 6 parchment. Thank you. Alright. Now, the amount of money I'm going to need, it will tell me right here. So it says I'm going to spend 3,300 a day. So we need to go to Quantania first. I'll send myself money first. 14 is, in its current state, 14 is much more casual. The fact that they're pulling away from Ultimate, the fact that they're, it is much more casual than WoW. WoW is pushed into that content, so they've added what's called like a Mythic Plus system, where kind of like we can do Rathalos Extreme on 4-man, they've made every 5-man dungeon in current content able to be done at like that extreme level. So there's a lot more hardcore content, but they still have LFR, they still have lots of casual content. They have like a Pokemon style game, so if you want to play both games, it's possible. But if you want to play one game hardcore, I'd lean towards World of Warcraft. If you want to play PvP, I'd lean towards World of Warcraft. So in their current state, World of Warcraft caters to a broader spectrum of players. Alright. So we're going to send to Wandanu. We're going to send 15,000 gold. I can never tell where I'm at on the zeros. Alright. Yes. Off it goes. And then let's go to Quantania. And we're just stopping by to pick up the what I need. We're not going to actually do any of the dailies when I switch characters like this. Ideally, I would get to where I had this list of things to do in both games, and I would just crank this out every morning and just go through all my dailies. WoW can be hardcore. I think anytime content gets hard, or anytime there starts to be like a separation in the community between hardcore people and not, which WoW triggers with most content patches, the community can get toxic. And so like a good reminder of that is look at how toxic what am I grabbing for? I need to send Sorceress Earth's Quandana. Like, look at how toxic this week has been on 14. It's been awful. And people have just been terrible. And then I don't remember where I was supposed to go next. Quandi, I think it was maybe Quandlocks? That seems logical. How am I sitting on gold? I have, so when I started getting into the auction house again, I had just under 250,000. I've dropped down to like 170, but I have like 700,000 gold sitting on the auction house listed, and I have probably 200,000 gold in materials that I didn't have before. So my total net worth has gone up, but my cash flow is still down. So I'm sitting on 172 plus the 15 I just sent to myself, so 189. Volatile air. Okay, that should be everything I need there. Now we go back. So I'm pretty broke. But I came back to the game a couple months ago and I had 29,000 and no 110s. So now I have 4 110s and all of that, and I haven't really been playing the market until like the last couple weeks, which is a terrible time to play the market at the end of an expansion like this. So yeah, Ken, like this week's been awful in 14. People are jerks. So, Cody, what I would recommend is like you can always start a character at 100. They have these trials and stuff, and those should be pretty good about teaching you. Boosting at 110, it's really hard to learn your class. But I think when you do a trial at 100, I think there's like a quest and everything that like teaches you the interface and how to do your rotation and all that. It's a lot. It's a lot to take on. Did I not mail that? Who did I mail that to? Sometimes it comes down here and it grabs my warrior. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If I don't know, Mike probably does. Alright. I gotta go track down that Sorceress Heir, wherever I mailed it to. Oh, I didn't turn on my other light. Probably really dark. That's better. Oh, nope. That's not him. Maybe it just didn't mail? So what I'll then do is I'll go to the auction house and it will automatically search for every item I need, and then we just craft all those, mail them to my bank, move to the next character. And then you just keep doing that until you have all your items listed. I've been making most of my money off of all the old world enchants I have from being a vanilla WoW player. So I have all these enchants that I guess people don't farm anymore. Okay. Sent. That's what I thought. Okay. Back to my druid. You mean prot warrior? Nice. I plan on tanking. So I just started learning to tank in 14 a couple months ago. I tanked like casually as like a, you know, hey, we just need somebody for a dungeon over the years, but I'd never really like tanked in progression content or in like a raid setting with strangers and stuff like that. I was never comfortable. So that's been a recent shift for me, and I'll be doing the same in WoW. I'll be tanking. In the past, I've always been a raid healer or a ranged DPS. But I've been playing WoW. I took 5 years off, but other than that, I played since the beginning. So I played in 2004. I got it for Christmas that year. It came out a couple months before that, maybe. Open mail. And we're still missing a fair number of resources, so let's see if this stuff is even remotely reasonably priced. So we go to shopping, and we tell it, go ahead and scan. It basically, instead of searching for one item, it searches for every item on that list simultaneously. Which is awesome. You think WoW tanking's easier? I think Final Fantasy tanking is not bad at all, so that's really good to hear. Brewmaster is doing really well. And Mistweaver is doing really well. They're both ranked very... Monk across the board is ranked very well. And I think Monk Melee is very fun. It can be hard to play. I can't imagine learning the rotation without an add-on. I have an add-on that kind of helps me learn rotations. You always got complaints. Yeah, people can be dicks. Oh, wow. Look at Righteous Orbs. Why are Righteous Orbs so low? That's cool. Thanks. Shock crystals are cheap. Spirit dust is cheap. Volatile Earth is cheap, but I have to buy a giant stack that will last me until the end of time. It's fine. I don't mind. Really, all but the infinite dust is very reasonable. I don't know how much infinite dust I need. That'll determine if that's worth it. $3,000 is what it says I would need to spend if I could only buy exactly what I need. So the fact that I have to like buy stacks that are sometimes bigger than what I need, it often, that's where I have this pile up of all these materials that every time that enchant comes up in the future, I won't have to buy. I just may have to transfer it between characters because a lot of these supplies I end up using across the characters. So whoever buys the big stack holds on to it, and then everybody else just kind of pulls off of it. Because like when I was jumping characters and it was sending, like if I had a stack of 20 volatile airs and I only needed 5, it was only sectioning off 5 and it was doing the splitting action for me and everything. I need a bunch more of those. Alright, Infinite Dust 23. Let's see what we got here. Man, this looks pricey. Can we avoid buying the, I just don't want to buy that stack of 200 that far over market price. Oh. I don't mind buying big stacks when they're down at 50% market value or something because I'm getting ahead. But if it's over market price on a week like this week when market prices are all deflated, no thank you. What's going on, Nick? My day is going great. My day is going great. All right. So, now we have, oh, it says I'm missing lesser cosmic essence. I thought I got everything. Oh, wrong building. Frame rate still feels okay for the fact that it's probably still exporting.
Got the best deals anywhere.
Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice and cheap. Like, cheap enough I should probably just come in here and say lesser cosmic essence. Because if I do it through the gathering, it'll only buy the number I need, as opposed to now I can just buy them all up and just own them. 1 gold is nothing. This also drives up the value of all my enchants, because if anybody goes to undercut me, they now have to buy... They need the same resources I do, so assuming they don't have them stockpiled. Alright. Pick up all of our lovely mail here. And it says I still need something else from Quanlocks. I thought I got everything from Quanlocks. Didn't I get volatile errors? Sorceress errors? Something error? Let's just see how far I can make it without that. So now I basically can craft all of this. And you just keep hitting craft. So it's not allowed to play the game for you, that's against terms of service, but it can do all of this. It can make it very, very simple. You don't plan on playing it anymore? You're not going to play BFA? I wish I could share recipes. As far as like the ability to like share and stuff. Because I played BFA on an alliance, on a Night Elf Hunter, and so I farmed all the world drops, all of them. And so I have all the world drop enchants, because I played an enchanter there too. And I can't share them with this character. That's a bummer, Mike. Well, maybe they'll change their mind. Okay, so I need Sorceress Earth. Let me switch to my priest and grab that. Can you mail anything on cross server? At least to your own alts? I don't think you can. I think that's why everybody transfers value server to server in pets. Because pets is one of the few things you can transfer. Oh no, your WoW subscription ran out. Well, that's okay. It happens. Alright. Get from the bank. I was like, why didn't it grab it earlier? Okay. I just didn't take it seriously because I was trying to avoid doing the priest task.
I seen you around here before. Have a good.
Okay, got my 1 Sorcerer's Earth. Spent a lot of work for that. I don't even know if these things have a lot of value right now. They do, 9 gold. That's considering I get it for free. You have 400 goblins? I'm on Mal'Ganis. Right up here at the top. In dark gray. $400 goblin gliders. That is awesome. Those are gonna have some serious value in BFA. That's why I've been clearing out my mine and my garrison every day, is because I need all that true iron. Nero, welcome to the YouTubes. Ah, so much lag. Okay. Open mail. Alright, craft. Yeah, those would save me a ton. Alright. We are gonna... And if you come back towards the end of the expansion, they won't have any value because we'll have flying unlocked. We are gonna send this to my bank. We want to send every BOE item I see here. I think that's all of them. Looks like it. Alright. I don't know what that mana potion is, or where it came from. I think that's everything. Alright, so I'm down to 185,000 gold. And we're on to our next character. The morning always starts by spending a lot of money, but then I hopefully log in and have money. That's the idea anyway. And then the last thing I do is I post, and posting is slow. Because I'm also going to run a cancel scan today. Since they did rolling restarts. So when they did rolling restarts, there's a chance that anybody who maybe reposts in the morning before work didn't get a chance to repost today. Let's check my class hall first, since that's where we are. Great success. I got a bunch of rep. Oh, I've been picking up my rep too. Because I find that, I mean, rep gets you those boxes. And rep.
Strike hard, strike fast. I will do my best, Grandmaster.
Okay. We'll go do Nomi real quick. Just since I'm in like a weird order. I don't know if, I don't know that engineering is going to have anything profitable. Engineering just hasn't had anything profitable quite yet. But when the expansion starts, engineering will be needed for Goblin Gliders. That's about it. I mean, there might be a handful of other things that sell profitably, but I don't have enough of the like old transmog, like goggles and guns and stuff like that, like the Corium blasters and everything, because this character is more recent than that. This is a Pandaria character. So I don't have any of the Burning Crusade recipes. Alright, we'll do Nomi next, and then we'll go back and do Draenor, and then circle around to an auction house. Got it. Boom, Nomi snacks is what I like to see. No.
Browse my wares.
And get out of here.
Mists protect.
So I'm just trading eggs into Nomi snacks. Like, that's the goal. Because then I can take these Nomi snacks that I'm not seeing in my inventory right now. Oh, there's that. And I can send these to my main, and I created those for free basically because I bought these, like I bought these at 60 copper a piece, and they've actually gone down in value even more. They're down at 26 copper, so I need to go buy even more of them. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. So I need to buy even more wildfowl eggs. I just need to keep buying them because as soon as people stop farming this expansion content, they're farming all those last dailies, and then they're getting these items that don't have any value right now, so they're dumping them. But as soon as people stop running Legion content, they'll slowly go up in price, or they'll just disappear from availability. What's going on, Sparta? I am just running through some WoW dailies today. Didn't mean to log off. Heading to the garrison next, and then we're going to do engineering. I don't know if there's going to be anything profitable in engineering, so it may just be do my garrison and done, which is fine. Then on to the next character. That's easy enough. And actually my priest and my my Demon Hunter haven't been through the Elysian Fall campaign, so I don't even do my class haul with them because I don't have enough followers to even remotely make it worth it. Alright. Got so much random junk in this inventory. I can sort it though. Yeah, get out of here. Go, go, go. And then... So you can tell it to open up the profession, and then it will automatically craft your dailies, which is your Secret of Draenor Engineering, and your gear spring parts. The nice thing about that is letting me slowly buy these. I'm not looking them up to like determine, I'm just buying them in order. That way I'm sure I did get them all. I can be patient. I'm sure some are more profitable than others. Now on gear spring parts, I think, yeah, so I'm over 100 now. So I'm pretty sure that means I can make myself a Blingtron. Blingtron 5000. Craft. Requires what? Blingtron. Why want it crafted? I missed the error. Blingtron. It requires some tool, but it's not going to tell me. A gyromatic micro adjuster. Gyromatic. I can't actually make that. I need to go, I guess, look up a gyromatic. That might be a Draenor recipe. Eureka is a hell of a grind. NM trains are the way to do Eureka Animos, if there's still any formed. But it was awful. I just sat in it for hours on end. It's when I did all my leveling in WoW. As I was leveling in WoW, I played Mario Odyssey. I did other things while waiting for NMs to spawn. And I just had it in the background. Probably took me 2 weeks of playing it. Probably an alarming number of hours a day. 3 or 4 hours a day. It was awful. 5 days a week. So I was probably putting 20 hours a week into it for a couple weeks. Probably 40 hours. I believe you can do it in less if you're actively playing, but not enough less to be worth actively playing. Yeah, I figured that'd be the case, Sparta. That's why I wanted to be done in Animos before Pagos release. Good morning, Immoral. So this true iron is extremely valuable to us. Not because it's big on the market. It's right at that price where I don't want to be responsible for buying it at 12 gold a piece. It's not high enough to be worth selling. It's not low enough to be worth buying. It's just something that like I can farm all that really quickly. And then having all this piled up here, I have a total of like 1,000 across all my characters right now. I can make all the Goblin Gliders that I need, hopefully. Ideally, by having 4 characters checking their garrison every day, I can outproduce the Goblin Gliders that my main needs, and maybe even sell a few when the price gets ridiculous. That's interesting, Nick. I wonder if that kind of pushed a lot of people like, oh, I really want to get into Pagos, and I realized I can't. You need 1 last level on Animos? Until what? Like, you don't have to be 20. So if you're trying to get to 20, you can totally go to Pagos at 19. If you're trying to go to Pagos at the minimum, which I think is like 17, I would actually recommend staying in Animos until you were probably 19. Because everything's 20 or higher, and so you're really going to get the crap beat out of you, and groups aren't going to want you. There's plenty of groups out there that are tolerant of 19s. They're not going to want an 18. Because if you start bringing people that are more than 2 levels below your mobs, it hurts you. At least it used to, and definitely people still have it in their mind that it does. So they're not gonna want to. They're not gonna want to do that. And you're not gonna contribute towards the mobs really. So if they want to go farm 21s, 22s, things like that. So I would recommend 19. All right. Did I do my thing here? No, I did not. Success, success, failed. Just experience. How come I can't get any good quests on here? I wonder if I have to do something special for that. I cleared so much of this content with my druid that I don't really know what triggered what to open, because I only want to do the minimum. Wondrous Tales, nice. And I guess we'll do that. Seems like a waste. Okay. So ideally I would have a I think it's called a tavern. This guy. And I'm going to do that over the lumber mill. I watched a couple guides on it this week of people that make money doing garrisons like I am. And I was trying to see if there's anything I wasn't doing that I just like didn't know about to figure out. And they kind of showed me an interesting... Like, you can go farm rep and buy followers, but you can also just have that building grant you followers, which is intriguing. It said I had something done. I don't know what I had done. Like, I thought something was glowing. Okay, maybe it was just in my head. Alright, so now we go to engineering. And we do a group. We say, I don't want to do enchanting anymore, I want to do engineering now. And I want you to restock everything that's profitable. Tactical head gun is it. It has. I have one engineering item that I don't already have listed that is profitable by my terms. And it wants me to buy some stuff from a vendor. Do I have a vendor here?
What's up? Glad I could help.
I think those are things sold in Dalaran. So let's just jump to Dalaran. Can't stand pandas. That's funny. Only my monk's a panda. My main's a Tauren. And I'm a little girl panda with like a little fedora. Mounting isn't until 35? What's going on, Tony? I didn't even realize... Oh, that's awful. That's awful.
Go, go.
Okay. Buy what I need.
On your way.
And then to the auction house. Now, I don't know if I have Nomi unlocked on this character. Ideally, I do. And if not, I should probably go do that at some point, since now... The reason I didn't unlock it is I didn't know about this, like, farm the Nomi snack strategy.
Looking to buy?
Oh, I do. Beautiful.
There is no hurry.
Oh, yes, I do. Okay, we did that on this character. I don't know if I have it on my Demon Hunter or my Priest. That's what it is. I forgot we did this character. I forgot I'm still my monk. Ugh. Everyone has that undead dragon down to a science now. Man, it was so bad. I'm about to put out a video on that. My video is probably slightly inaccurate. It's nasty. That ash thing. You're deeply offended as a panda. This new mount is ridiculously big. That's the new undead... What is it called? Mounts. Undead. No, Undercity, maybe? Undercity Plagueback. This thing is huge. And, like, when I'm on my Tauren, it is preposterously big. Like, and it runs goofy. Like, it looks cool, but I think it's going to just get old to, like, bob that much when you're on the ground. And when you go to talk to, like, quest givers and stuff, I think it's going to be too big. It's going to get you stuck on doors. It's huge. It would look cool if a bunch of people were flying them, though. Like, look at how big this thing is. I'm just a little panda. Okay.
This stuff sells itself.
Shopping. Find me stone hide leather. This stuff's not cheap.
Glad I could help.
It's fine. It's not expensive. It's just not cheap. It's in that in-between land for what it is. Because you just use it in such large quantities. Alright, crafting. Oh, I have to go to my bank. Grab more leather. You like the male fat pandas? I like it when they're the tank. Like the Brewmaster. Oh! I have a male and a female, I think, of every race. Like, I just went down and saved all my names by creating a bunch of characters. I'll probably delete a few of them to free the name back up and then just do it on an allied race. Because I'd like to level up the allied races at some point, because I still have classes that are really low level. You're not totally racist. Speciesist? Yeah, I thought the cap was 30 and the mobs were going to 35, so hearing that the cap is 35 is even more intimidating. All this lovely, tasty items I sent from my druid here. Now, we need to send any stonehide leather I have, and actually probably my sumptuous fur, to my guy here. We're also going to send off all these sorceress things. Yeah. I had so much random junk here. And then we are going to pick up all these enchants. And see if these are at a better price today. Yesterday people were listing them too low. They were screwing with the market, so I was just waiting for the market to recover. All right. So much stuff. And I think that should do it. $5 copper. That's laughable. Okay, perfect. What's going on, Brian? Good morning. I am going to send this off to, who was I sending? Quandia, I think, needed it. And let's send off these sorcerers as well. Just get those off my bank. Get them onto an alt. If I need them, I'll know where to find them. Because it tracks all of that. We lose Lordaeron? We do! I haven't done my, I haven't done that quest yet on, my Tauren. On my main. There will still be a chance to talk to somebody and say, I want to see things as they were. I think there'll be the same for Night Elves. So, that being a level 58 character, he'll still have Lordaeron. She will still have Lordaeron. Since that's one of my female characters. Yes, we have a podcast today at 10. I'm very excited. Did I not send the leather? Oh, come on. Focus, focus. I should probably download Guild Wars 2 to my Mac. I played Guild Wars 1. Never really got into Guild Wars 2. Stonehide leather, yeah. Sure enough, I just didn't send it. The one item I did need, I sent the extra items that I thought, oh, I should probably just move that over. Let's send it all. Send the whole stack. I don't know why it had me buy... Oh, because I bought a stack. I was like, why did it have me buy so much if I had more? Crap, I sent it to Quintania. I am all over the map today. That's awesome. The active guilds make games so much more enjoyable. They really do. Alright, we're just hopping on this character to move things to... the proper character. Send to... here. Oh, crap. There. That should do it. Hunting mats, man. I just keep sending them to the wrong thing. I probably should have named all my characters very different things. Oh. Cody, I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of new guilds and stuff for me. What if your guild doesn't speak English, but they're active? What game are you playing that you have a non-English speaking guild that's super active? I play during like English speaking time zones, so like it would be hard to picture finding a guild that was active from another part of the world because I play in the middle, like I play during daylight hours here. All right. Crafted. Finally. Now the reason that we did this, just to show you guys how this add-on works. Tactical headgun here. The current crafting cost with on-the-market mats is 181 gold, 66 silver. It currently sells for 4,700 gold. That is a profit of 4,528 gold. That is why it was worth hunting all that down. Next character. Oh, your whole guild is French. That's interesting. Be cool to learn French. All right. So, now we start back over. And we do the same thing on this character. This time, trying to do leatherworking. How much money do I have? 5,000 on this character. Perfect.
Interesting. What's up? Perfect.
Now we start at the top. I think I bought something very specific at first. Like I scroll the list and I look and see if there's anything like I really want. And then after that, I'm just starting at the top and working my way down. I do need to make sure that that building can't be upgraded, because it looks like it probably should be. Ooh, 500 resources. I don't have that many followers here, so... nothing to get from transmog. You're going to give me 8 gold? Oh, thank you. Whatever would I do with that? Ugh. I guess do it. Bring me my 8 gold. I don't know if there's an ability to buy... I need an upgraded leather worker here. Tannery? Tannery? Is that the one? Leatherworking. Yes.
Be good.
Yes. Spend my 750 gold and upgrade this. And then I would like... I have the trading post up. I need the inn up next, but I need to make my hall bigger, which means I need 2,000 resources. So I either have to just be patient for this thing to slowly fill it up, or I have to actually go play this character. Gross. Who wants to do that? This character doesn't really have anything in my... I haven't done my Legion Fall, so there's no reason to go do my Legion stuff yet. I should do my Legion Fall at some point, because it'd be nice to farm the pet badges. Thank you, Mike. We had a couple of big super chats and a donation this morning before you got here, Brian, to do your non-upselling. DK in which game, Cody? There's a DK in both games. Dark Knight, Death Knight. Spicing things up. A good recipe list. So I do. I would have to go unlock recipes on this character. Which is fine. I can do that. It's not hard. I just would need to do it. At some point, the Nomi stuff will be worth it. Alright. So this character's really fast. We can go ahead and say leatherworking. Groups. And instead of checking engineering, I'd like you to check my leatherworking out. Nothing profitable with leatherworking. Nothing profitable currently on what this character knows. But this is my newest character, so it just doesn't know anything about anything. Oh, it's fun in both games. It looks really fun. And I have it mid-level in both games. I haven't capped it. But I've always heard good things. As soon as I finish my Paladin and WoW, I'll probably do that next. I'll probably do DK next. I don't know, I may do Shaman because I don't have a mail wearer currently on this server. And so when I get these like account-bound mail items, I don't have anything to do with them but store them on my bank. Alright, so burnished leather here takes a... yeah, I need to do that. So I only have 10% of the leatherworking recipes in the game. That's probably why I'm not profitable. Burnished leather. Profession loading. What do you mean profession loading? Do it. I don't know what burnished leather takes. Probably stonehide leather. I'm gonna guess stonehide leather. I'm gonna guess it's all that stuff I just sent off. Stonehide leather. So let's just buy some. That's great. Because I still want that stuff that I sent to my engineer on my engineer, so be nice to have a little extra. Nope, that's not it. Alright. Could be sumptuous fur.
Yeah? What do you want?
Sumptuous fur? Oh gosh, that's expensive right now. Ugh.
Ooh,
I'd like to be sure on that.
bargain.
Let's see. I don't know why it's not opening. Loading profession. Let me see if I have a tab I can open up here. Down. Sumptuous fur. No, it's probably burnished leather. Stop looking up what I think it is. And created by burnished leather, leatherworking. The resources raw beast hide and gorgon fly trap. Okay.
I got what you
Raw
need.
beast hide's what I'm missing. Raw beast hide. That's a much better price.
Goblin product.
Okay, and we'll go back and we'll grab the gorgon. I need to set my my farming area to be only gorgon flytrap for this character then. Perfect. Almost done, and then once I'm done with this character, I just have one more, and then I get to go do listing. I'd like to run a cancel auction. So I can tell this guy that what I want... I think I can... Maybe I have to have everything harvested. I think there's a way I can talk to him and say, like, I only want you to plant one type of plant. Because otherwise... Otherwise, it's all this random stuff, and like, I'd rather this character just be able to harvest his own Gorgon's flytrap. Like, today I only got 4 of it. And that's not going to sustain me. Do I have a button? I have the 2 normal buttons, middle mouse, left and right. The one I used to raid on with WoW way back in the day had 3 on the left, 2 on the right, and 1 down at the thumb, and then a front middle mouse and a back middle mouse. So I don't know how many that is. I have to add that up. It was a lot, and they were all bound to different things. And I had them bound with like alt and stuff too.
We shall meet again.
I thought you could talk to this guy and tell him like, plant only certain plants. Maybe that's only like when you've leveled this thing up. Let's go check that theory. Yeah, I can't get my profession to load. Spellbook. I wish you would stop blinking at me. This is great. Just want it to stop blinking. If I was taking this class seriously, I would read any of that. Yeah, I can't get my profession to load. It's like all the things is being goofy. So we're gonna see if we can upgrade this herb garden.
Yo, have a good one.
By. And it's called the herb something. Herb garden level 2.
Keep it real.
Allows followers to work here. Also increases harvest. What was
Hey,
it?
how you doing?
I don't care about the fruit tree. Yeah, it just increases the amount harvested. I don't know. I felt like there was a way to tell the guy. Upgrade that, please. Yes. And then let's see if this fixes task the TSM. The multi-button mice freak you out. It takes practice. It does. It takes practice. Free 99? Is that a mistype? There it is. Okay. Burnished leather. Need mats. Probably Gorgon, whatever it is. Flytrap. I have a couple order hall resources. So we could just go buy some today. Hopefully I don't have to do that in the future, because I'd like these resources to kind of pile up. We have to go unlock this. I bought it on this character because I want the trading post for when garrison resources start to pile up, but they haven't started piling up, so... when you buy this for the first time, you have to come out here and wake the trader up by splashing coffee in them. Hot coffee right on their face. There we go. Just want to make some burnished leather. I don't know why this is so hard. Thank you. Now, Gorgon Flytrap, please. Perfect. That should be plenty. Burnished leather. Great success. I think I upgraded my leather thing, so nothing I can do there. And that's it. Go check my mail, because it says I have something, which is weird. How does this character have... oh, the stuff I bought. Perfect. And that's done on this character. That is unfortunate that nothing is profitable. It says there's things profitable. I think it's... oh, my TSM group's bad. Well, let's just do it manually today, and I'll fix my TSM group offline. My TSM group isn't updating as I add recipes. Okay, so Journeyman Robes take 148 gold. Add that to the queue. Add that to the queue. Add that to the queue. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, I have been buying recipes for weeks. How has this thing never hit profitable? This thing costs 7,700 gold and only has a profit of 2,200. No, thank you. Add that to the queue. And add that to the queue. Now, tell me how to get my stuff. I need to buy from a vendor some coarse thread. And I need to buy from the auction house way more raw beast hide. Means he got it for free. Oh, okay. Well, that's a good price then. Yeah, my brothers have always been big Razor fans. All right, Mike. We'll see you later. We have a podcast at 10 in an hour and 12 minutes. I was like, how am I not making money at leatherworking? I should absolutely else I'll be able to mass produce like starting gear. So ideally within the first month I can level at least 2 of my characters up, if not 3. That would be perfect. Racing TV, welcome to the YouTubes. Hopefully I have the money for this. That's a lot of raw beast hide, so ideally I have the money for it. Alright. Looks like I do. Beautiful. Now I just need coarse thread and then to go by my bank, because it says my bank still has something I need. I need to set up a guild for all these guys so I can just keep all these materials in the guild. So there's less mailing. It would just be faster.
What can I help you with?
Buy my 6th thread. Off to the bank. And we'll be done with 3 of the 4 characters. I don't know how people do this with like 8 or 10 characters. The top people on this server as far as money goes, like, they clearly have every class. I think mounts are done better in WoW currently. But so when it comes to selecting, actually I want both systems to be combined. So let me show you what I mean. So from the bank I need to grab light leather and raw beast hide. Makes sense that those would be on my leatherworker long term. Just grab all of this. Anything with leather in it. Let's go send all 4 of those items off. To Quantania. Okay, and then I'll show you what I mean by the mount thing. So in Final Fantasy, you can choose to select random flying mount or random ground mount, right? If I remember correctly. But you can't tell it that you only want to pull from a certain list. Here, you can right-click on a mount and you can favorite it, and you can also remove favorites. And then you can only summon random from your favorite. But there's no way to separate ground and flying without an add-on. There are add-ons that do it, but the game natively, I'm still running native on that. And the game natively, I'm stuck only pulling from my favorite list. So when we go into BFA, I was thinking about downloading one of the add-ons after kind of everything shakes out. I don't really see a need to download more add-ons than I need when the game is still very, very new, because it's just one more thing that could just cause my frame rate to drop if it gets buggy, or one more thing that I get used to it and then it stops working 1 week and then now I don't know what to do. So I'm just trying to keep the game as native as I can handle it. So, oh, there's mailboxes everywhere now. Great. Slash TSM task list. No materials to gather. Perfect. Okay. So in trade for spending 600 gold, we're going to make 9,600. Move all this stuff down and out of the way. So I would like the mounts to be both. I would like you to be able to have favorite ground, favorite flying separately. Okay. Those items are all made. Send to my bank. If I would do this every day, I could make so much money, it's ridiculous. It's hard to want to do all this work every day. But if I could do it at least once a week, maybe I'll start doing it on like Fridays or something goofy. Just pick a day and designate it to making money. And then just turn my auctions the rest of the week. Don't craft anything new. Alright, now we're on our priest, and we're going to start in our garrison. See what all I can make. But Chris, crafting is life. Sometimes it does feel like that. resources. What can you do for me? Anything? Great Hall. Upgrade. Need more. Need more resources. Mine more resources. Garrison resources. There we go. Got it. Now this character has inscription and tailoring, so it's a little more work. So I've got work orders at both.
Speak, friend.
I would like to place a work order. Yes, cerulean pigment is worthless, and war paints are not worthless. Let's do inscription first today. The bunny fate is important? Huh. That's interesting. Well, I have a video about to come out that maybe people can elaborate on for me. What was I doing? Oh, I was gonna go spend my resources here on the scribe. Collected, 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 collected. Not collected. But I can't buy any of these because I don't have 5. I was like, why am I letting these build up? I'm intentionally letting the other ones build up. So inscription now. We want to go to groups, and we just want to do inscription first. Azure pigment. Do I not have any of that? Or it's just cheaper to do my own thing. Interesting. Because sometimes the inks get so cheap that it's literally cheaper to buy them than to craft them. Azure pigment. I don't even know where that comes from. I've definitely farmed it before, though. I've gone to make it. Let's see. Azure pigments. It's very expensive. While that loads, we'll go ahead and mine. And I'm just mining to get my true iron. I mean, you mine both because you're here, but... What's up, T-Digger? Thank you so much! We appreciate the support. 1001 is technically the stream archive when it goes live, and then 1002 should be done exporting now. And it's just what I learned about the first 2 NMs. I assume people are already learning more than when I filmed it, but it's more information than I had before, so I'll push that out this morning. And we have a podcast at 10. So 1 hour and 2 minutes. Which means I need to hurry up so that I can get some form of breakfast and get that video uploaded. But I want to finish this. I'm so close. I don't know what the documents I need for forged... I don't know what I need for forged documents. Okay, the mine is done for the day. This mine gets bigger as you go, if you want it to. Get that out of here. And then I'd like to go grab more. The Gorgon flytrap is something I need a lot of pretty regularly. I don't know, the other ones seem to keep a similar value, so it must be that like alchemy's using them or something's using them. Or you'd think the Gorgon flytrap would keep more value, but they don't. It doesn't seem to be outrageously skewed. So I don't know how they have that all set up. Get to work. Work, work. I see at least one Gorgrond. Excellent. I mean, I could always go, like, spend a couple hours on my monk flying around. He's my herbalist. I could go fly around Gorgrond and just farm up stacks and stacks of it and send it on, but it's cheaper to wait and make my money and just buy it.
What brings you here? May the eternal
I don't understand. I really thought you could teach them. What do you want? I really thought you could do that. I really thought you could kind of like teach them which one you wanted more of. Maybe that's at level 3? And that's, I feel like I've seen that. Alright. That is everything there, and so I need to be able to come back here, so I need to finish this area up first. So with inscription kind of done, let's do, oh, hello.
Loktar. For the Horde. What do you need?
Go again.
Be safe.
I need to see what forged documents take. Inscription, please. Forged documents. Show me forged. Loading, loading, loading. Yeah, TSM's been a little slow. Give me more hexweave, please. And I need to open up tailoring. Okay, so I'm trying to save up to buy hexweave bag, which I should now have, and then after that I don't really care. So let's just start at the top.
Farewell.
Because that's the best use of hexweave still, is hexweave bag. And I'd probably just rather give myself hexweave bags for now. Let's go to tailoring. Go to groups and add tailoring. That can't be it. Silkweave shade. I've got to have that group not set up well. Manually add this. Profession loading. Come on. So it's working here. It's just TSM that's struggling. Alright. We'll do it this way. That looks profitable. Oh, I'd have to be able to add it to my TSM queue. Ah! Gross. Why is that? TSM must need an update. Let's see. They ran rolling updates today, and this stuff was working fine yesterday. Trade skill helper app thing, app helper modified. Couple things need updates. Update all. Now, let's go look for anything that looks Highly profitable. Silk Greave, add. Yeah, this is much better. So the shade's already added, but there's other things that are also profitable. Yeah, there's no way people are actually paying that for that price. It's cute. There's no way people are paying that either. I guess it's possible. Seems highly risky. Oof. Here we go, though. 11,000 to make it. 13,000 profit. Yeah, we're not doing that. I'll make that, though. And I'll make that, and I'll make that. Nope. Just add all these manually. Man, this Dreamweave, whatever that is very pricey. It must just be needed for that much transmog. Probably need to set my threshold up at like 200 gold with just how much stuff I'm having to make here. Oof. See if there's any. That's it. All right. Gathering. And go to tailoring. See what all that needs. So it needs me to switch to just about everybody. Okay. That's funny. Vote on what armor contests for 14? Are they having people submit for armor designs again? I liked that they did those housing items that were like user submitted. I thought that was nice. Send. Now to Quandanu. I wish I could track more than one profession worth of stuff at once in the grocery list. But it is one at a time. I mean, it's decently quick to kind of just send this stuff around, but it'd be nice. It's a lot of inventory management, like when you have multiple professions. And so once I get all four kind of under control, I'd love to add a fifth, but I think you just keep adding more and more time. Get from bank. Why do I have Shalderized Silk on this character? I know why I have Rich Illusion Dust.
Yo. Don't be a stranger.
I have no idea why I have Shalderized Silk, though. Alright. And now... Quandia? And then we'll go to Big Fear Bank. How probably send money at the same time, because it looks like I'm going to be buying a lot of stuff. This is why I can't seem to get back up. Mike was asking how much money I had earlier. I keep increasing the amount I have listed on the auction house, and so like I'm making value, I'm just not actually coming out ahead in cash yet. But it'll get there. Switch to Condana. I assume that this warrior just has some really low level items or something. Yeah, I need to get that guild bank set up so I can just dump all this stuff in there, so you just run over and talk to the guild bank, pull it all out. That still won't fix anything that's on my main or my bank, because I'd like my bank to have his own, just from an inventory standpoint. Send. Oh, this is supposed to go to locks. Oh, it hasn't been actually sending. Wow, it used to send for you. It used to work. You just push send and it just did it, but I guess it can't type the name in anymore? Maybe that's against TOS? TSM4 just got massively overhauled from the ground up, and so they added all these features that used to be like a series of add-ons that were kind of strung together, and I guess like some of the features have been turning on and off regularly, and I think a lot of that must be that they're not supposed to have these features. Like, just because they can doesn't mean they're allowed to. Alright. One more time. Cool. Spirit fingers. Stop opening. Should be a mailbox here somewhere. Yes. Another low-level character. 2. And go back inside. Alright. We'll get there. At least everything's out of banks now. Alright. A whole bunch of YouTube comments came in at once, so my phone was just like blink, 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 blink. Send to... All right, home stretch. Spirit Fingers is another name for elemental shamans. That is such a brilliant name for a elemental shaman. And Zappy Boy. Spirit Fingers. That's funny. I wonder if that's taken. Locks. Send mail. Alright, that's all of it. For real this time. Now we go to my bank, and I send all the mats it asked for, as well as money, and then I think I'm set. That's that one. And then I need to open up my... I assume there's a way... Nope. I don't know how to switch professions since this character doesn't have any. Ah. $10,000. Okay, perfect. Now I should have everything needed to finish up inscription, if that's the one I switched to, tailoring, whichever one I switched to. And then we go back around and do the whole thing over again for the other profession. Which is unfortunate, but the nature of it. And I don't have Know Me unlocked on this one, and this one doesn't have Legion Fall either, so there's no reason to do any Legion content on this character. Looks like I need to go open mail. So much crafting. Let me go and go to the mailbox first before I finish all that. Yeah, I have less than 5,000 on hand, so picking up 10,000 will make a big difference. Okay. Now craft me the next thing. That's another good one. This is the relaxing part of crafting. Yeah, I only have 14% of tailoring patterns too, because this is a new character from Legion as well. This is my level boost character. So I need to go run a bunch of old content and stuff and kind of clear out patterns at some point. Not urgent. Would just be nice. All right. Let's actually sort all of this and put that up high, that up high. There we go. This should make it easier to track what I'm mailing. And that was why I did it like that. Because I knew I'd need to reload UI at some point. It always bugs out a little. So now I need to go to the auction house and buy up the rest of all this junk. And then they want me to buy some stuff from vendors, which isn't a big deal. There's vendors in Oromar. Nice, Sparta. It should follow the exact same progression. Because it looks like they started making Pagos before they got any feedback from Animos, and so they just kind of said, let's just repeat it, and then we'll learn from Animos on the third one, which means anything they learn from the third one isn't going to come out until next expansion, if it really takes them that long around to turn around that knowledge. Okay. Start an org, end an org. I'll probably actually start in the new area and end in the new area. Long term. Once I get these characters all to 120. I want to get my paladin to 120, and I want him to be an alchemist jewel crafter, because those are two professions that are highly profitable early in the expansion. And then I think I want to sit tight on 5 for a long time. As far as like maintaining professions for him. Scan. Cool, Black Fallow ink is cheap. That's why it wants me to buy it, because I would lose money making it. Even if I have any of it, I mean, it's worth buying. Nice big stack. Gold bars are cheap right now. Azure Pigment is not. So that's why I got this up. And Azure Pigment comes from a bunch of different stuff. This thing is very expensive. How many of these do I need? I need 2, and there's only 1 listed. So it's not worth buying. We'll just cancel whatever that is. So, we need to, for some reason it's not finding fire oil. Fire oil? Maybe there just isn't any listed? Yeah, there's none listed. Okay, so we'll cancel whatever that is. And then Azure Pigment comes from Adder's Tongue. Which 77% is okay. We can probably do better, maybe not. Let's go to Dead Nettle. We're looking for under 3 gold, preferably. Dead... What's it called? Dead Nettle, all one word. Dead Nettle, under a gold, done. Can we do any others under a gold? Dead Nettle, fire... Fire what? Fire leaf? Fire leaf? Under a gold. And... Gold clover? Right? Oh, gold clover, all one word, of course. Also under a gold. A fair bit under 1 gold, too. Okay. And then Ice Thorn. We're going to do all of it. Ice Thorn. I assume 1 word. Everything seems to be 1 word from that expansion. Is this Cataclysm? Just over a gold. Not good. Lich Bloom. So this Azure Pigment trades at 140 gold, if you guys want to kind of know why I'm doing this. And for every 5 of these things that I'm buying right now, it has to be 5 of the same type. So if it's not an even multiple of 5, it just builds up towards next time as a remainder. You can mill it down. And several of these have a 100% chance of dropping the 140 gold thing. No Fire Seed listed. And then Talandra's Rose. Talandra's Rose is not cheap. And then Tiger Lily. Tiger Lily's nice and cheap. Okay, so I just bought some arbitrary amount of all of those, which is totally fine. Go back to a quality game of 14. Thanks, Mitchell. They do graphically look very different. Let's move this stuff down. I have the settings turned way down in both, so like It's not necessarily a good sign of either, but the graphic style is very different. And then we go to TSM destroy. I should probably just destroy these manually. TSM destroy. And we want that turned off. And fireweed turned off. The rest of these can be destroyed. So what this does is it automatically, instead of clicking nil and going in and searching stuff out in your inventory, it just does it for you. And the Azure Pigment, I got 3 of it, 2 of it, 3 of it, 2 of it, and then I'm also getting Icy Pigment at the same time, and Icy Pigment is worth 62 gold on its own. So like, every single one of these things pays for, each one of these crafts individually pays for doing all of the crafts as a whole, so this is highly profitable. What's going on, Chemistral? Pre-BFA, we were just trying to make some money, man. I just need more money. Other than that, I'm totally ready. I'm very happy. I mean, I haven't finished up those the last bit of fishing on my druid, but if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. I'd like it to be done, it's just meh. And I'd like to go get in a little more Pagos this week, but I'm really struggling to be motivated about it. If it's just going to be more of the same. I might as well wait for the farms to settle out. Except that I'll be too low level by then. Oh, Monster Hunter World will be on sale. That's pretty exciting. Yeah, they were going to pair that with the... they're making like a whole series of events out of it. They made like a whole plan. What's going on, Water Bubble? The Papaya Scroll. I don't know what music's playing in our house right now. So I've got way too much Azure Pigment and Icy Pigment now, which is awesome. Let's take 40 of this and half of this Icy Pigment and ship it to my bank to sell. And then we'll keep the rest for ourselves, and that makes me highly, highly profitable. And then let's make some stuff here. Okay, so brown linen road. I'm just missing bolt of linen and linen cloth. I can buy that. Or I think I needed something else. Thread. There we go. Supplies. Buy my supplies.
Your blades never dull.
Bolt of linen cloth. Where's my linen cloth? I thought I had all that. I thought I made all those bolts. I don't have any linen on me. Linen's trading at 15 silver a piece. Bolt of linen cloth is trading at 1 gold a piece. So we will buy the linen cloth, thank you. I don't know why it didn't grab that in the shopping list.
I ain't got it. You don't.
Actually, I think I might know why. Switch to McPhear Bank is probably why. Gathering, inscription, tailoring. It's doing both. Shimmering ink. Why do I not have any shimmering ink? Shimmering ink. It says it's profitable to make, but I need silvery pigment. Do I have any silvery pigment? On my bank. That is why. Let's switch over to tailoring. Come on. Man, this is being super slow today. Hopefully it's just with the rolling updates. They just need to update it and it'll run fine. I need to go grab my silvery pigment from my bank. That was report worthy. Oh, I didn't even see that. That's a little much, Finn. There we go. I don't know if I have any silvery pigment. I think it's in my bank. Should be somewhere. Maybe it's on me. Shadow pigment, ashen pigment, azure pigment. If I were silvery pigment, there it is. And let's take 43 of it and send it back to my inscriptionist. And then we'll leave 40 here for selling. And then if it starts to run low again, I can just make more. Just don't feel like doing that today. Unlocks. Because the normally I would just take that off the list, like whatever item it was that required a bunch of moving around, because I played plenty today. But the glyph that it wants to make, I sell it. I could sell it once a day, and it's decently profitable. So I don't wanna not make it. All right, that's good there. You gotta chill, Finn. I don't know if you knew this, but like the comments section on YouTube, if at any point a channel is deemed offensive or whatever, we can be held accountable for our comments. So it's nothing personal, but most channels just let their comments run loose, but you can actually be held accountable for it, especially in live streams where I'm supposed to have an active awareness of it. Maybe you can get by with it if you're like one of those crazy big channels that has like tons and tons and tons of whatever going on. Shimmering ink. Craft me my shimmering ink, please. 3. There we go. And glyph of the cheetah. Now we close this and we open it as tailoring. Do it again. Yeah, these bolts are what I'm missing. I have bolt of silk cloth. I'm missing bolt of rune cloth, and the iron buckler we know we're not going to make. It's too expensive. If we go to bolt of So if we go to Runecloth, Runecloth right now is trading at 9 silver, and a bolt of Runecloth is at 5 gold. So I need to buy some Runecloth and some linen.
This stuff sells itself.
Shopping? I appreciate it, Cody. Rune. I timed him out for 5 minutes. I hate when people do all this like listing as one. It's just so slow, like needlessly. List in stacks of 5 or 10 or 20 or 200. That is at 3% of its normal value. I just bought the enchanted Runecloth bag recipe for like next to nothing. It just listed for 3% of its value. We'll just buy all these up to the one that says 94%. See, like, this is so ridiculous. Like, what a waste of listings. Because now to clear this out of my mailbox, I'm going to have to let it recycle once. Because each listing is only going to have 1 Runecloth in it. And this is done by auction add-ons that people don't configure. Because you can configure these action add-ons to list in larger stacks. Okay. And then linen cloth. It would help if I spelled it correctly. There we go. And linen cloth is massively depreciated in value as well. There's a nice big stack of 200 waiting for me. That'll set me. 30 gold, cost me nothing. What's going on, Joe? You can't get on Discord at the moment? Oh, you mean just to chat? Yeah, I don't even think I have Discord open. I was just planning on hopping on and doing my farming and my daily, like, just make some money, and I thought, you know, I might as well just go live and just hang out. I actually have to go soon because I have to prep for the podcast. We have a podcast at 10. With today, I believe, is Larry's are. Okay. I should be able to make my 18 bolts now. Oh no, you're on medication for your foot. Well, hopefully you feel better. Yeah, I wasn't planning on being in Discord today. I was just gonna chill, just craft a little. Just a nice, easy stream. I thought about I was like, man, do I want to hang out with them, or do I want to just turn on Pandora and zone totally out? And I decided it would be more relaxing to hang out with you guys. So, okay. Can I refresh this? How do I refresh this? Probably just have to close it and open it. There it goes. I need more Shaldorai silk, which I could get from my bank. Fire oil is not something we're going to be able to buy right now. Iron buckle is not something we're going to be able to buy right now. Bolt of linen cloth. I can do that. How many do I need? I need 3. Just 3. Oh, it's going to do it one at a time. That's fine. Half that. And then I need more rune cloth to make more bolts. So we will pick up more rune cloth. This is such a pain. It's why you can make money buying up all those little small stacks and selling them as large stacks for more money. People that don't aren't willing to cycle through that, especially people who deal in thousands of items, they'll pay a little more just to not deal with you clogging up their mailbox. Bolt of rune cloth. Craft that for me. 2. Oh, I think I can. If it shows up in my shopping list, I can just tell it to do it, and it'll do it. Oh no, ingrown nails are the worst. I pulled my pinky toenail up the other day on the ottoman. I was just walking by and I was carrying a bunch of food and my wife was trying to help set everything up, and I think we both went right, and we thought the other one would go the other way, and so but I had the food, and so I took a hard step forward and I blindly my foot just went under and it just pulled the whole toenail back, and like it came back down, and so I left it, but it looked all bloody and gross and had to have it bandaged for a while. So I am with you there, man. I do not recommend that. Ingrown or ripped up, any of that mess. Why is it not crafting? Ugh. Come on. Did I not buy enough rune cloth? I think I'm going to have to knock it off there for the day. I would love to make those other items, but I've been playing for a little over 2 hours, and I think I'm just tapped out. Something's not working here. Yeah, some add-on's clogging up. Some add-on did not take the newest update well. It's healing. Yeah, it was probably 2 weeks ago, so now it looks like a normal toenail, but it's like super loose. I didn't ever pull it off. I just kind of like bandaged it down and like left it. Okay. Just looks gross. But you guys don't see streamers' feet, so it's okay. Here, bank. Yeah, so this item, this thing here, normally sells for 3,400 gold, which is why I never planned on learning it. But it's a highly profitable recipe. And I just bought it for 90 gold. Learned it. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Let's go in here and clear my queue. And we can start with a fresh queue tomorrow. Or whatever day I do this again. Alright. And then I'm going to list all this stuff. I should technically run a cancel scan, but I don't have time. Because I really... I gotta go prep for the podcast. Brian will be on in 18 minutes. So I'm gonna go grab a quick snack and, take a quick personal time break and stretch and walk my legs. I try not to stay sitting for more than 2 hours, so I'm right over my limit right now. Open. Oh, can't carry anymore. Screw you. Let's do auctions. Post scan. So what this does is this add-on, for any of you Final Fantasy players out there, what this does is it scans each item individually, so it's like right-clicking and doing price and checking the history, and then it looks at the history and the current listings, and I taught it behaviors. And I taught it behaviors by groups. So each of these things lives within a group of items. So you'll say like all botany items or all botany items between whatever level range or however you want to spend time making groups. And then you make operations and you assign an operation to each group. So you say, if it's in this group, I want you to do this operation. And you can reuse operations across multiple groups if there's some overlap. But you want them to stay grouped separately. Like they may list the same, but you may not craft them the same. So I do it that way, and then so it's coming up with prices, and it's saying, hey, the minimum price that you prefer to sell this stuff at, currently the market is below that. Over here it says, hey, you've already posted this item across your account, and you don't like to have more than a certain amount listed at a given time because I don't think it's gonna help it sell. And so it's going to hold off on those. And then over here, it's like, yes, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to undercut the competition by the amount that you taught me to. So it's very, very cool. So I'm going to post all of this stuff and then wrap up. Oh, man. That's the big toe. That, oof. You put so much weight on your big toe. So it is scanning through these fairly quickly. It'll usually run in real slow because what happens is it runs across my enchanting group and it scans these as one. So one of these it'll just jump up to like a huge number of pages. So it'll be a sub operation. So it's not, otherwise you'd have this whole thing done in 2 minutes. So it's a little slow. But I mean, I'm posting 128 items at their optimal price. And then it just popped up and said, hey, in 15 minutes, look at all these cooldowns that are going to be up. Because I have an add-on called Altaholic. So down in my log that you can't see because it's under my face, it just said, hey, in 15 minutes, all your dailies reset. There we go. 78, 79, 80. Oh man, slow and steady here. I've only got a handful of items left in the mailbox, so this should do it. And then anything that isn't postable, like all this stuff down at the bottom, I'll go toss that in my bank. That way if more stuff comes in today, I don't have to keep waiting, because like it's not going to get better. We'll see you later, Water. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to finish these auctions, and then I'm going to be off, and I'm going to go take my time and stretch. Ideally, I would have 5 or 10 minutes to kind of stretch, which means I need to be off in the next 4-ish, so that I can be ready for the podcast. 105, 106, 107. Oh, maybe it is going to do all my enchants separately. It doesn't normally. Maybe they've changed that. Yeah, it looks like it's handled them all. They're all up. It looks faster than it was yesterday. I don't know. I just keep updating. That's the problem with this expansion, like with new expansion, is like I keep updating as often as I can. So right now I have 687,000 gold listed across 355 auctions. So we're about to drastically increase that number. My target is my goal, like my stretch goal in a perfect world, in a dream, is before next Tuesday I would hit 1 million, just to see if I could do it. So I've got to be getting closer. And a lot of that has to do with how much money I have to invest. I need to send all that Shalderized silk that I have on my bank over to my tailor so that I don't have to deal with that tomorrow. Oh wow, these are being listed and there's nothing else like them. That's cool. It's awesome when you see an item like this, these two, where there's literally nobody competing with you, so you're setting the market price. Okay. Now we post. And so every time I click here, it's posting. Sometimes it gets hung up, but it's usually pretty good. Kind of let it catch up a little. Alright. So we just posted all of those. The rest of these items were not worth posting right now, according to like the behavior I taught it. Either because there's too many of them, I already listed plenty. Like I had a stack of 5 here, and I only want one of those listed at a time. The only reason I have a stack of 5 is because I went to list one and somebody was undercutting me hard. So I went and bought them. And this, clearing these out just makes the second listing go faster because it won't have to scan these again. Otherwise it scans everything in my inventory a second time. Okay. Now we clear out the rest of this. Last 3 items. And we go to auctions, post-auction scan. 1, 2, 3. Post, post, post. Done posting. 799,000. Oh, so close to breaking 800 for the first time. Very cool. Very cool. That is so much. So I've been going up by like 50 to 100,000 per day. Just by like getting in there and being more aggressive about what I'm posting and how many professions I'm posting across. So I'm getting better. I think that is it for me. I have 10 minutes until everything goes live, so I'm going to go ahead and take off, guys. At the end of this 10 minutes, in 10 minutes, come on back, or maybe just keep chilling, and Brian will be here with Larry Czar and me, and we are going to talk about some video games for another episode of Casually Hardcore. You guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in 10 minutes.